Alright, so today is going to be interesting, which by the way, I think I'm getting sick, so don't mind my raspy voice throughout this video. But after my last full day of eating, I totally realized at the end, I was like, I really don't get any vegetables in, and really don't pay attention to my micronutrients, which is fine because like I only started tracking at the beginning of the summer, so just that alone, getting used to the macronutrients was a lot to get used to. So now that I feel more comfortable with it, I'm gonna also try to pay attention to my micronutrients. I just got kind of lazy and complacent before, because obviously getting vegetables like can be kind of cumbersome. You know, there's so many different types of vegetables. It's hard to gauge like which one will I like and which one will go best with each meal, and they just get kind of expensive and you don't want them to go bad either, so you really have to plan it out. Like yesterday, it's Monday today, and yesterday I spent like a few hours really trying to plan out my meals and what I wanted to do. So this is gonna be almost all new meals to me. So first I figured, I keep looking down because I have all my food spread out. I'm gonna show you because I went grocery shopping yesterday. So I wanna show you what I did or what I got. Okay, so I got some broccolini. I've had this before, and you put it on the pan with some garlic salt and it's actually really good. Some butternut squash, some Brussels sprouts, some blueberries to put in yogurts, because I obviously put a lot of granola in my yogurts, but I'm going to try to do more blueberries instead. Cauliflower rice, spinach, shredded lettuce, some more greens, this gluten-free bread, kidney beans, black beans, ground beef and ground turkey, and some bananas. And I also already have like almond milk, unflavored Greek yogurt, cauliflower stir fry rice from Trader Joe's, which I always use, and I'm still going to use this right here. So this was like the only micronutrients I was ever getting in, was whatever is in here, and Brussels sprouts. So yeah, so I'm going to have that. Yeah, it's almost noon right now, so I'm going to cook up my first meal, which typically, if you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I always break my fast, because I try to intermittent fast. I'm not strict with it, but I always break my fast with gluten-free toast, and then I put butter or butter spray on it, and deli turkey and Trader Joe's seasoning. But I actually did not get deli turkey this time because there's no micronutrients like iron. Like I realized that my iron was really low, that's why I got ground beef. So I'm actually gonna make like a little bowl with beans, beef, cauliflower rice, and some greens. So I'll show you that and I'm gonna show you how I make everything actually, because I'm just gonna have to meal prep today. Okay, so I'm gonna cook all this in the same pan, but one at a time so I can weigh everything. So I'm first gonna do the cauliflower rice, and then I'm gonna weigh that out, and then I'm gonna do the beans and then the beef. So I just heated up a pan, and now I'm just gonna spray some olive oil spray on it, and then just literally cook the rice or cauliflower rice and not put anything else on it. Okay, so while the rice is cooking, I just strained out both of the beans. So I got these Goya organic beans. There's red kidney beans and black beans. I didn't get it necessarily because it's organic, just because there's lower sodium. That's the thing you have to watch out for canned stuff, is the sodium. So 135 is pretty good for that. Like the other can was closer to like over 300, so that's something to look out for there. But yeah, always strain your beans, rinse them with water before you cook them. Just, you know, makes it cleaner. Okay, so the cauliflower rice is all done and weighed out, and now I literally just sprayed the pan again with that spray and then put the beans on there, and I'm not putting anything else on, so it's just gonna take a few minutes to cook. And then I also actually want to make the broccolini now, so I'm going to put that on the pan right after the beans. Okay, so now the broccolini is cooking, just again with spray on it, but I did put some garlic salt on it. This is so good. Okay, so last but not least, probably the best part actually, is the ground beef, which is 96% lean, or 96% lean, 4% fat. And I'm just going to spray the pan again. Okay, so now I'm just gonna add some pink salt and some black pepper. Wait guys, I'm so proud of myself. This looks so good. So I measured out the cauliflower rice in here, the beans, the ground beef, and then a side of broccolini. So I'm actually really excited to eat this. But I will say that I don't recommend what I'm doing right now to people. Like, I should have started off slow and make small changes to my diet, but instead I almost completely changed up my meal plan that I've been doing. Like, I love protein bars and protein stuff like that and processed foods. Like, it's just who I am, whatever. Like, I'll always crave sweets, but I really don't have that many processed foods that I have planned out this week, except like Greek yogurt. Obviously that's a little processed with the flavoring and stuff, and I'm throwing some chocolate chips in that. But like, this was the only way I can actually reach my micronutrients at the end of the day. Like, I'll explain that more at the end, I guess, like what I hit. But like, obviously, like, processed foods don't do that for you, and my goal right now for this video and is just to see how I feel, I guess. Like, how is it gonna make that big of a difference for me getting all these micronutrients in, or is like just a little bit enough? So I don't know, we'll see how I feel. So I'm gonna munch this down. It is now about 12:30. This was actually pretty quick meal prep. It would be even quicker if you have more than one pan, like, because I made all this in the same pan. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and then I'll show you what I eat next. Okay, so I just finished and that was so good, but I realized halfway through that I was supposed to saute the spinach I got and throw it in there, and then also throw some of the greens I got as like a crunch in there and bulk it up, but I totally forgot. And I knew this was gonna happen because whenever I make new meals, I forget all the ingredients that I actually bought and was supposed to use. But I mean, I'll just see if I can incorporate it into my dinner, and if not, I'll just whatever put it in tomorrow. But yeah, that was so good. I mean, in the future I might try switching to actual rice, because actual rice is just obviously so much better, but I mean, cauliflower rice does the job for now. Alright, I really sucked because I realized I was supposed to also put shredded mozzarella cheese on that bowl too as well. So I left out a lot of things, but this is what happens when I make new meal preps. I just totally forget like everything I planned out, but I'll just have to try to make up for it during dinner. Anyways, it's a little over an hour later and I just am whipping up a snack because I'm already hungry again. It's just half a serving of the Oikos Greek yogurt. The reason why I'm still keeping this in my diet is because of calcium. I was not getting in enough calcium, and this helped me a lot with that. Some chia seeds and some blueberries. Alright, so it's now about 2:30 and it's like an hour later and I'm already hungry again. So I just made a coffee. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm really craving a protein bar right now. I just love those one bars. Not to mention, I just made a huge GNC order for a bunch of protein bars and like protein pancake stuff because they're having a sale. But I'm not gonna do it because I am someone who, like, once I start something I have to finish it. Like, I'm not just gonna quit. Like, that's just stupid. And I already got all this food anyways, so I'm gonna stick with it and just wait. I like if you guys watch me, you'll know that I only really have like lunch and a snack and then dinner, and then I'll snack all night. Like, that's just who I am. So the fact that I'm already hungry again is not a good sign. Like, I don't want to eat much right now because I know that I'll regret it later at night when I want to eat more. So I don't know if that made sense, but I'm just gonna have the coffee for now and try to hold off until it's time to start prepping for dinner, because I'm gonna have to prep a little bit earlier because I'm gonna train a client around 6:30, which is dinner time. So I'm gonna eat dinner before that and then have some snacks after that. It's just about 4:30 now, and I'm preheating the oven at 425 Fahrenheit, and I prepped these Brussels sprouts, which I just cut in half, and then just put olive oil spray on top of the tin foil, and then I just threw out the already pre-diced butternut squash, and I'm just gonna cook this together. This might be a little quicker than this, I'm not sure, we'll see how long these take. But as these are cooking, I'm going to prep the ground turkey, saute the spinach, since I didn't do that for lunch, and then I'm also gonna make the cauliflower rice stir fry from Trader Joe's. Okay, so now that the squash and Brussels sprouts are in the oven, I just sauteed the spinach, and just to show you, this is the whole entire bag of spinach, so I'm just gonna have half of this tonight. And now I'm going to make the cauliflower stir fry rice. Literally all I did was put olive oil spray on the pan and then dump all of this on the pan and just let it sit for a few minutes. Okay, so now that that's all weighed out, I took that off and I'm going to just make the Trader Joe's rice cauliflower stir fry that I usually always have. It's so good. So again, just spraying. Okay, so the cauliflower stir fry rice is already done, and that took super quick. See how good that looks? And now it's time to make the ground turkey. So yeah, once again, I'm just going to spray and then throw the turkey on, flip it a few times, ground it up. And then for seasoning, I'm going to add this Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning. I'm not even going to put salt or pepper on it. This should be enough. Alright, so I actually just finished cooking the turkey and it's only been 20 minutes. The squash and Brussels sprouts are still in there, but I still want to give them like maybe close to 10 more minutes. But yeah, so see how quick that was, 20 minutes to make the spinach, rice, and turkey. I just want to show you that I was supposed to put this and this in my lunch and the spinach, and I totally forgot. And I also already had this plan to put in my dinner because I always kind of make this dinner actually and bulk it up with this. It's kind of lunch that I was trying to change up. But since I forgot this during lunch, I'm going to try to make something, even if it's like a side of something, to just get everything in since I already accounted for it. You guys are going to think I'm nuts, but I just finished. So, and here is the cauliflower rice, the ground turkey, the squash, and then I put some shredded lettuce in there and some of these greens. And then in another bowl, I just made the Brussels sprouts, the spinach, and then I melted some of the cheese on top. And then I'm actually gonna put some of these coconut aminos right on top of here for some more flavor. That I feel like took a lot of work. This is exactly why I don't get too crazy with my meals and I just like protein bars, but you know, I'm just gonna see how I feel after this week of eating greens. So I just finished and it was really good. I'm stuffed. But if you watch any of my other full day of eatings besides last week's, you'll know that I make a bowl very similar to this for dinner anyways. So, but I was thinking about it and like, I don't think that this is necessarily sustainable for me, which is why I started tracking macros in the first place. Because tracking macros, like I was still able to eat whatever I want as long as it fit my macros. And like, I am not right now eating what I want. That's the problem. I'm eating what I planned out and like forcing myself to eat these meals just to get my veggies in and like hit my micronutrients. So like, which is great if you're able to do that, but that's not what I want and that's not sustainable. So I don't know, like if anyone has any tips, obviously let me know in the comments, like how to get my micronutrients in, like while also still eating what I want. Like the only thing I can think of is just having green drinks. Like obviously there's so many green powders that you can supplement with and you get like all your micronutrients with that. But this just, and like throughout the day, I'm just like thinking of, okay, like now I gotta prep all this food because I need to get my like macros in. So I don't know, that's just kind of like the thoughts on this right now. Like obviously I'm gonna push through the week and eat what I planned out because I already like meal prepped everything. But, and everything's good, don't get me wrong, but like it's just not what I want, especially like on the daily. Like, and that's what they say, like it's all about your lifestyle and what fits for you. And I'll tell you at the end, because I think I only have 2 more snacks left, so I'll tell you at the end of the day like kind of what my macros were. But yeah, like maybe at the end of the week I'll surprise myself. Sorry, Paisley's like biting my foot right now. Yeah, maybe I'll surprise myself and I'll get used to it. But I think what I'm gonna end up doing next week is, you know, definitely still keep some of my greens and like what I learned this week in my meals, but also still have things I want, such as a protein bar. So not being so strict with every single meal, making sure like I'm hitting my macros perfectly, just, I don't know, find that balance, I guess. Because I was getting a little bit not so balanced and really ignoring my greens. So yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. Okay, so I'm back from training and I'm gonna have my first snack of the night, which is half a banana that I'm gonna microwave for 30 seconds, put some chocolate Greek yogurt on top, and some dark chocolate chips.
Right, and that's the kind of stuff that people get.
Alright, last snack of the night is gluten-free bread that I toasted with almost a full serving of almond butter and ground cinnamon. Matt and I are watching Maniac right now, but after it's done, I'm going to go through my micronutrients for the day just to show you what my final micronutrients were for the rest of the day. Alright guys, bear with me here because I vlog on my phone, so I can't look at MyFitnessPal, so I actually wrote down what my totals were for my macros. So, and I actually was over my macros. I was 7 grams over my protein, 2 grams over my carbs, and like 3 grams under my fat, which is fine if I was a little bit over carbs and under fat because then that evens out. But it's crazy that I got in so much more protein and I didn't even have a protein bar, and I also have been having collagen every night, but I couldn't even fit that in at all. I couldn't fit collagen powder in because that's like 18 grams of protein, so definitely didn't have room for that. Anyways, so today, looking at my Fitness Pal and the micronutrients at the bottom, my potassium I was actually over by 249 milligrams. The vitamin A, I was over by, I was at 253%, so I was way over my vitamin A. Vitamin C, I was at 441%, so again, way over that. Calcium, I had 4% left. Iron, I had 8% left, which is actually really good because I looked at what I would have on a typical day of eating last week before I even tried doing any of this. And for calcium, I had 45% calcium left. And for iron, I had 55% left. So that's a big difference. And like, keep in mind, when I was making this meal plan prep yesterday, I was looking at the macros. So that's why I am either way over or just about hit them, is because I really tried hard finding foods and combinations that work so that I can hit these macros. But like, guys, that was really hard for me to do. I don't know how sustainable it is for me. But I'm gonna give you an update after like this week of doing my meal preps to see how I feel, and yeah, I'll just keep you guys updated. But sorry if I offended anyone by talking down on eating more greens, because I know some people just live like that, but everyone's different and everyone has different lifestyles and cravings, so I don't know. But that will conclude this vlog. I'm sorry if it's really long. I feel like it might be long and I didn't even put a workout in here, but yeah, thanks for watching, and leave any comments below if you like have any recommendations on like really micronutrient dense meals that are easy and good, because yeah, I kind of struggled with that. So yeah, thanks for watching.